What if I told you that floating somewhere on our planet's oceans right now is a yacht worth more than the GDP of entire countries? We're not talking about your average billionaire's toy here. We're talking about vessels so outrageously expensive, so mind-bendingly luxurious, that they make penthouse apartments look like garden sheds. Today, we're diving deep into the most exclusive waters on Earth to explore the 12 most insanely expensive yachts ever created. Each one a testament to human engineering brilliance and unlimited wealth. Number 12. Polaris. $300 million. Imagine you're stepping aboard a vessel that once belonged to Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, a floating fortress spanning 377 feet of pure maritime excellence. The Polaris isn't just a yacht, it's a statement of power disguised as leisure craft. Built by the legendary German shipyard Lürssen in 2003, this beast weighs in at a staggering 5,065 tons and houses accommodations for 22 guests across 11 magnificent suites. What sets Polaris apart isn't just its size, it's the attention to detail that borders on obsession. The yacht features 2 helicopter landing pads because apparently one simply isn't enough when you're this wealthy. The interior, crafted by the renowned design house Terence Disdale, showcases a perfect blend of contemporary elegance and traditional yacht craftsmanship, with rich mahogany panels contrasting beautifully against cream-colored leather upholstery. The master suite alone is larger than most people's homes, complete with panoramic ocean views and a private office for conducting billion-dollar deals while sailing through the Mediterranean. Number 11. A Plus, $527 million. Formerly known as Topaz, an aquatic monument to excess that stretches an mind-numbing 482 feet across the ocean surface. This isn't just a yacht, it's a floating city designed for Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan of the UAE, a man whose wealth is so vast that spending $500 million on a boat is considered a reasonable Tuesday purchase. The numbers alone will make your head spin. 62 crew members working around the clock to maintain perfection, accommodations for 62 guests, and enough space to house a small village. The engineering marvel that is A Plus features 8 decks of pure opulence, each one meticulously designed to provide a different flavor of luxury experience. The lower decks house a gymnasium that would make professional athletes weep with envy, complete with the latest equipment and a dedicated wellness center featuring a full spa, massage rooms, and what can only be described as a floating health resort. The yacht's crown jewel is its beach club, a revolutionary design feature that opens directly onto the ocean, creating a seamless transition between yacht and sea. When you're dealing with this level of wealth, even the crew quarters are more luxurious than 5-star hotels, because maintaining a $527 million investment requires staff who are treated like royalty themselves. Number 10. Dubai, $400 million. Enter the Dubai, a vessel so magnificent that it literally bears the name of one of the world's most luxurious cities. And trust me, it lives up to every letter of that prestigious moniker. At 531 feet long, this floating palace was originally commissioned by Prince Geoffrey of Brunei, a man whose understanding of luxury makes most billionaires look like they're shopping at discount stores. The Dubai represents the absolute pinnacle of 1990s yacht design, back when yacht builders thought bigger was better and then decided to go even bigger just for good measure. What makes this yacht truly special isn't just its size, it's the fact that every single detail was custom crafted to specifications so demanding that they pushed maritime engineering to its absolute limits. The yacht features accommodations for 115 guests, which means you could literally host a small wedding reception and still have room for the entire guest list to stay overnight in individual luxury suites. The most impressive feature is the yacht's range. This floating palace can travel over 8,500 nautical miles without refueling, meaning you could literally sail from New York to Dubai without stopping, which seems oddly appropriate given the yacht's name. Number 9. Motor Yacht A, $440 million. Prepare yourself for something completely different, because Motor Yacht A doesn't just break the mold, it obliterates every preconceived notion you've ever had about what a yacht should look like. Designed by Philippe Starck for Russian billionaire Andrei Melnichenko, this 390-foot vessel looks like it sailed straight out of a science fiction movie and decided to park itself in Monaco's harbor just to make every other yacht feel inadequate. The design is so radical, so completely unconventional, that maritime architects are still debating whether it's genius or madness. And honestly, at $440 million, it's probably both. The yacht's exterior resembles a massive silver arrow cutting through the water, with clean lines so sharp they could probably cut glass and windows so darkly tinted that you can't see inside, adding an air of mystery that money simply cannot buy. The yacht's most remarkable feature might be its fully enclosed swimming pool, which can be converted into a disco at the touch of a button, complete with a sound system so advanced that it would make nightclub owners weep with envy. Number 8. Sailing Yacht A, $460 million. If you thought Motor Yacht A was impressive, wait until you feast your eyes on its sailing sibling, the Sailing Yacht A, another Felipe Stark masterpiece that pushes the boundaries of what's possible when unlimited money meets unlimited imagination. This isn't just the most expensive sailing yacht ever built. It's a complete reimagining of what sailing technology can achieve in the 21st century. At 469 feet long, it's larger than many cruise ships, yet it moves through the water with the grace of a vessel half its size, thanks to engineering so advanced that it's practically classified as military technology. The yacht features the tallest sailing masts ever built, standing at an absolutely insane 300 feet tall, which means when this yacht sails into a harbor, it can be seen from literally miles away, announcing its arrival like a floating skyscraper. But here's where it gets really interesting. Despite being a sailing yacht, it features underwater observation pods that allow guests to watch marine life swim past in complete comfort, essentially turning the ocean into your personal aquarium. Number 7. Koru, $500 million. Now we enter the realm of vessels owned by men whose names are synonymous with reshaping entire industries. And Jeff Bezos's Koru represents the perfect marriage of cutting-edge technology and timeless elegance. At 417 feet long, this sailing yacht isn't just a boat. It's Bezos's statement to the world that even after revolutionizing how we shop, read, and compute, he's now going to revolutionize how we think about luxury yachting. The yacht's name Koru comes from the Mari word for the spiral shape of a new unfurling silver fern frond, which perfectly captures the vessel's elegant curves and forward-thinking design philosophy. What makes Koru truly special is that it represents the perfect synthesis of traditional sailing craftsmanship and 21st century innovation. The yacht features classic sailing lines that would make purists weep with joy, combined with technology so advanced that it borders on science fiction. But perhaps most impressively, Koru travels with its own support yacht, because when you're Jeff Bezos, even your yacht needs a yacht. Number 6. Dilbar, $600 million. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Dilbar, a vessel so massive that it literally redefined what the word superyacht means, stretching an absolutely mind-boggling 512 feet through the water and weighing in at over 15,917 tons of pure floating luxury. Originally built for Russian oligarch Alisher Usmanov, a man whose wealth is so vast that spending $600 million on a yacht barely registers as a significant purchase. The Dilbar isn't just a boat, it's a floating testament to what happens when unlimited resources meet unlimited ambition. This oceanic palace features accommodations for 40 guests across 20 luxury suites, each one larger and more opulent than most people's entire homes. And that's before we even discuss the crew quarters, which house 96 staff members whose sole purpose in life is to ensure that every moment aboard the Dilbar exceeds perfection. But here's what really sets the Dilbar apart. It features a helicopter hangar large enough to house 2 helicopters simultaneously, because apparently landing your helicopter on deck like a common billionaire simply isn't acceptable when you're operating at this level of wealth. Number 5. Azzam, $605 million. Prepare to have your understanding of maritime engineering completely revolutionized, because the Azzam isn't just the world's longest private yacht. It's a 590-foot demonstration of what becomes possible when German precision engineering meets unlimited Middle Eastern wealth. Built for Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the late president of the UAE, this vessel pushes the boundaries of physics so aggressively that maritime architects are still studying its design to understand how it's even possible. The yacht's most remarkable achievement isn't just its length, though that 590-foot span is longer than many cruise ships. It's the fact that despite its massive size, the Azzam can reach speeds of over 30 knots, making it faster than yachts half its size. This speed is achieved through a propulsion system so advanced that it's essentially classified technology, featuring 4 engines producing a combined 94,000 horsepower, which is enough power to launch this floating palace through the water like a missile. The Azzam can travel over 6,500 nautical miles without refueling, meaning it could sail from Miami to the Mediterranean without stopping, carrying its passengers in comfort that exceeds most 5-star resorts. Number 4, Streets of Monaco, $1.1 billion. Welcome to a vessel so outrageous, so completely beyond the realm of rational thought, that it literally recreates an entire city on the water. The Streets of Monaco isn't just a yacht, it's a floating replica of Monte Carlo, complete with scale models of the Casino de Monte Carlo, the Loews Hotel, and even a working version of the famous Monaco Grand Prix racetrack, where you can actually drive Formula One cars around the deck of your yacht. Let that sink in for a moment. Someone looked at the Principality of Monaco, one of the most exclusive places on Earth, and decided they wanted to own a floating version of it. This 508-foot vessel represents the absolute peak of human audacity, featuring not just luxury accommodations, but actual recreations of Monaco's most famous landmarks, built to scale and functional down to the smallest detail. The yacht includes a fully operational casino where you can lose millions of dollars while sailing through international waters, a helicopter landing pad positioned exactly where it would be in the actual Monaco, and guest suites that replicate the interiors of Monaco's most exclusive hotels. Number 3, Eclipse, $1.5 billion. Step aboard the Eclipse, and you're not just entering a yacht. You're boarding what is essentially a floating fortress designed for a man whose wealth and power require security measures that border on military-grade protection. Originally built for Roman Abramovich, this 533-foot vessel represents the perfect synthesis of ultimate luxury and ultimate security, featuring defense systems so advanced that they're classified by multiple governments around the world. The yacht features 24 guest cabins, each one larger and more luxurious than most people's master bedrooms, accommodations for 70 crew members who are vetted by intelligence agencies, and enough space to house a small army if necessary. But here's where the Eclipse truly sets itself apart. It features 2 helicopter landing pads because apparently one helicopter isn't sufficient when you're operating at this level of wealth and security concern. The yacht's interior includes a disco hall with a retractable roof, allowing guests to dance under the stars while sailing through international waters, and 2 swimming pools, one of which can be converted into a dance floor at the touch of a button. Number 2, Project Somnio, $1.5 billion. Imagine a vessel so revolutionary that it doesn't just redefine luxury yachting, it creates an entirely new category of floating real estate that has never existed before in human history. Project Somnio isn't just a yacht, it's a 728-foot floating residential community where 30 of the world's wealthiest families can own their own private apartments on a vessel that never stops moving around the world's most exclusive destinations. This isn't temporary accommodation. These are permanent residences starting at $11 million each, available only by invitation, creating the world's most exclusive floating neighborhood. The concept is so audacious that it challenges every assumption about what's possible in maritime engineering. Imagine owning a penthouse apartment that can dock in Monaco for the Grand Prix, sail to the Caribbean for winter, and park off the Amalfi Coast for summer, all while providing the same level of luxury and service you'd expect from the world's most exclusive resorts. Number 1, History Supreme, $4.8 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the absolute pinnacle of human excess, a vessel so outrageously, so mind-bendingly expensive that its price tag exceeds the GDP of over 30 countries combined. The History Supreme isn't just the most expensive yacht ever created, it's the most expensive movable object in human history, representing the ultimate expression of what becomes possible when unlimited wealth meets unlimited imagination and absolutely no sense of restraint whatsoever. This 100-foot vessel, designed by Stuart Hughes for an anonymous Malaysian businessman whose identity remains one of the world's best-kept secrets, features a hull crafted from solid gold and platinum with approximately 100,000 kilograms of precious metals incorporated into its construction. Let me repeat that. This yacht contains 100,000 kilograms of gold and platinum, which means it's literally worth more than most countries' entire gold reserves. When you're dealing with a $4.8 billion yacht, You're not just buying transportation or even luxury. You're purchasing a piece of human history, a vessel so expensive that it represents the absolute peak of what money can buy in our modern world.